Hi team, happy Friday. This is our last math review video of the week, and it's our second to last Friday math review video ever, which is super, super exciting. So get a paper and a pencil and we'll begin. Your first job is to write this number in expanded form, and I'll back it up so you can see. So you can start writing that. I'll give you about a minute and a half to write that number in expanded form. Remember, expanded form is when you look at every single place value and then you add it with like an addition problem. This plus this plus this plus this plus this and so on. I would suggest that you label all the different place values like we did yesterday so you don't get stuck. Take about 45 more seconds to solve. All right, let's jump in and start solving. So like I said, it's really helpful in these expanded form problems to label every single digit so I know that its real value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, hundreds, thousands, millions, and 10 millions. Okay. So we're going to start with the 10 million. In the 10 million spot is 1. So let's start 10 million plus, there's 110 million. So that's, of course, oh, I realize you can't see, sorry. My marker is getting really, really old. Let me see if I can switch it up to make it a little easier for you to see. There we go. There's a 1 in the 10 million spot. So I'm going to start with 10 million plus there's a 0 in the million spot. So I'm not going to even write a 0 because I know that it doesn't mean anything. There's also a 0 in the 100,000 spot. So I don't need to write anything for that either. But there's a 1 in the 10,000 spot. So I do need to write 10,000. The reason why it's just 1 10,000 is because it's just a 1 in the 10,000 spot. In the 1,000 spot, there is a 3. So I'll write plus 3 thousands because 3 thousands is 3,000. Plus, there's a 5 in the 100 spot. So 500. There's a 6 in the 10 spot. 6 tens is 60 plus 60 plus, there's a 9 in the 1 spot, so 9. 10 million plus 10,000 plus 3,000 plus 500 plus 60 plus 9. The reason why I don't have any millions or 100,000s is because there's 2 zeros in those spots, and I'm not going to write a 0 when I'm writing an expanded form. Okie doke. Let's move on to our next problem. Sophie's wand is 182 centimeters long. Julian's is 306 centimeters long. How much longer is Julian's? Now, I know in a longer or shorter question, I'm going to have to subtract. So you can go ahead and begin. First, check your units. Sophie's is measured in centimeters. Julian's is also measured in centimeters, so you can solve. You may begin. About halfway time. All right, let's jump in. So I know that I need to figure out how much longer Sophie's is. So I need to figure out the difference between these two, which means I need to subtract. I'm going to do that with the, oh my goodness, my marker is so sad right now. With the algorithm, 306 minus 182. I know I'm subtracting because I need to find how much longer Julian's is, which means the difference between the two numbers. 6 minus 2 is 4. 0 minus 8, can't do that. Go next door and get 100 more. Now I have 2 hundreds and 10 tens. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. My answer is 124. Another way I could have solved that is counted backwards on a number line. I would start at the end because 306 is my total, and I would count back until I got to 182. 306, if I take away a whole 100, I get to 206. If I take away 6 more, I'm now at 200. Then I can take away 10 more and get to 190. And then 90 minus 8 is 82. And there I am at 182. So then I add it up. 100 plus 6 is 106. Plus 10 is 116. Plus 8 more is 116, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. My answer is 124. But that is wrong until I include my units. My answer is 124 centimeters because 124, okay, I'm trying to write the units here, but you can see it's not working super well. 124 centimeters is the proper length of a wand, but 184 feet would be a ginormous wand. Okay, your last question of the whole week asks you to find the missing sides. This side is 5 centimeters. The perimeter, so the distance around the whole shape, is 32 centimeters. If this is a rectangle, and these sides are the same and these sides are the same, how are you going to figure out the missing sides? Go ahead, take your last 2 minutes to solve. Okay, let's start solving. So we know perimeter is 32. So all the sides together, 32 centimeters, have to add up to 32. This is a rectangle, so I know that the two short sides are the same. If that one is 5 centimeters, come on, buddy. Yes, this side also has to be 5 centimeters. Now I need to figure out these two missing sides. So my total is 32. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 is the part that I know. I need to figure out the missing part. So I'm going to take away the parts I know, which is 10, because 5 plus 5 is 10, from 32. 32 minus 10 is just 22 centimeters. Now, does that mean that the top is 22 centimeters and the bottom is 22 centimeters? No, it means that together they add up to 22 centimeters. So I have to ask myself, what is here, I'll make this a little bit clearer. What is half of 22? Well, half of 2 is 2. So the top and the bottom must also be 11 centimeters, because 11 plus 11 is 22, and I solved, and that was my missing part. Let's check and see. 11 plus 11 is 22, plus 10 more is 32, and yep, that means that my answer is correct, because my total perimeter was 32 centimeters. All right, folks, I hope you have a fantastic weekend.